one Saturday morning.
All right, let's go ahead and talk and get into this movie. All right, so we checked out the movie, the Netflix movie, Rim of the World this weekend. It is a movie that basically talks about four young people that are off at a camp, and all of a sudden the world starts ending all around them. And it's up to these four young people in all the world to save the entire planet. Chuck saw this movie. So, Chuck, what made you want to check this one out?
Well, what made me want to? I saw it. I saw it on Netflix, and I like the movies with the kids, like having to fight like monsters and have to do like adult type of stuff, like like Stranger Things. A few of the other ones that we watch. Some of the kid acting is always pretty good. So I was like, I give this one a chance. Actually, I was contemplating like, should I let my kids watch this? I couldn't really tell the rating on here, but I ended up letting them watch it, which they might be terrified, especially at some of those monster alien scenes in this movie because they were kind of scary. But oh well, sorry. But yeah, I just started watching. I was like, oh wow, this kind of falls right in like what we like to watch. So I felt it'd be a good topic to talk about, especially the third one. I mean, we were gonna talk about a trailer anyway, so figure I'd give them some love on Netflix because I thought it was pretty enjoyable movie. I thought it was fun to watch. Had some scary parts in it, and thought it was well done for Netflix type of show.
Is that your non-spoiler review?
oh, well, you asked me the question. I was answering the question.
But you basically went into a non-spoiler review, so.
Not really. Okay. I'm ready.
You ready to get more? Okay, well, non-spoiler, please, sir, if you will.
Non-spoiler. Okay. So, I thought it was a good movie to watch on Netflix. Going to the theater wise, I can say I would go pay to watch it. But Netflix wise, I thought the kids did a pretty good job. There's a couple kids I thought they could have recast or had a little better acting. Maybe the script would have been a little bit better for them. But I guess the two main kids I like was Darius and what's the quiet one's name? You remember his name?
Gabriel.
Didn't have any friends.
The main character?
Yeah.
Alex. Alex is the main character.
Alex. So I like both of those characters in the movie. It's definitely funny. Kind of seeing it from a kid's perspective. They're like 13 years old or 11 to 13, somewhere around that range. And, having them be put in that position, with the world ending and they're all off at camp. Nowadays you got kids and you about to send them off to camp. I guess it's something to think about. Like, yeah, I guess the world ends. They're kind of screwed, because I can't go out there and save them. Freaking alien invasion happens. But I thought Netflix did a good job with, the pacing of the movie. I thought it was a fun script. It had some little that's kind of stupid moments, but it wasn't like too many of those to make it not a good movie, to try and take you out the movie. I thought they did a good job with the aliens. They really made them look more like Resident Evil, Stranger Things type of thing. Aliens, because they were pretty scary. And when they killed people, it showed everything. Especially the first person that kills. I'm like, oh gosh, well, I'm sorry, children, but hey, we're in it now. We gotta finish it off, guys. Y'all ended up. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was gonna kill people like that. I thought it was gonna be like Jurassic Park type of kill, like they kill them, but you don't really see them dying. No, I didn't really care about that at all. So.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that happening. Like with Shazam, there's a lot of movies where it's like, oh, this is great for your kids. And then, people brutally murdered.
Brutally murdered. Yep. Shazam was another one with those demon things eating people. I was like, oh, gosh. I haven't watched these movies before the kids. But all in all, man, I had a good time watching it. We all watched it all the way through. It was very easy to understand. So I think it's a good movie to watch. When you're at home and you just, want to watch a good little Netflix show, little sci-fi horror, and has some jokes with I thought the kids did a good job handling the whole dialogue on the movie. Darius, definitely, I think it was the main, was the person that really carried the film, that really made it funny. and entertaining. If he wasn't in it, I don't know how it would have went, but he definitely kept me engaged into the whole movie. But what about you, Rashad?
Well, let me see. I'll go ahead and let's see. You've already posted this. Facebook doesn't like me posting over and over again. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna read some of the comments that D'Angela said. Your wife here to watch the movie with you, so we can know if it was actually good. She said, "Hilarious movie. Rim of the World, so realistic to a situation like this. So definitely, if the world is ending at a camp, that's exactly how it would go. Some parts reminded me of Jurassic Park." And why the black kid get hit the worst. He was always up there. He was hilarious though. And the aliens were gruesome and really scared the kids. Okay, great. So you guys have heard 2 positive reviews from Chuck and his wife. I did not like this at all. And I was quite upset that I had to watch it because, I was coming off this high from 2 of the best movies I've ever seen, Aladdin and Brightburn. I'm like, okay, you want to watch something else? Okay. Because the last Netflix movie that we watched was decent. Was what was that? See You Yesterday. It was better than decent. It was good. And so I was excited to see this, and I was like, I don't like this. I felt like they were forcing me to like these characters and forcing me to understand their bond that they had instead of allowing us just to see that bond develop over time. I really like the main character, and I'll get into the details of him as we go. I'll put you like this. There's 2 characters that I really like, and there's one character that he's alright, and another character I just don't like at all. Like their portrayal of that character is like, so. Me personally, I think you could pass, but I think it might be a case of another one of those movies where if you watch it with kids, maybe you enjoy it more. Because I was like that with Dumbo. Like, you hated Dumbo, but I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But I watched Dumbo with my goddaughter. So it's like, oh, yeah, Dumbo. Oh, man. So, yeah, so you would say watch it. I would say pass. So anything else you want to say during the non-spoiler review, sir?
No. I say go ahead and give it a watch.
All right, sounds good. D said the adult humor was pretty good. The kids caught on to some of the jokes. We had some explaining to do afterwards. Oh boy.
Yeah, it was a little bit of that one.
So, hey, what was in this? What was in this mouth? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious.
All right, Chuck. So let's take 5 minutes here in order to give the spoiler review on. I keep wanting to say Pacific Rim. Rim of the World. Right? No, we're definitely not going back to that. Okay, yes, Pacific Rim. I mean,
Rim of the World.
Rim of the World.
All right, so spoiler review. I really enjoyed seeing children in this type of situation. It made it. It really, I don't know. It was a different feel because normally you see kids. You see adults in these type of situations with the aliens in the world, like Independence Day. I like how they reference a lot of the movies that have aliens in them. So it's like Independence Day, or Resident Evil, or some of the other movies that they might have talked about during the movie. But yeah, I thought they did a good portrayal. I thought the kids did quite well working together. Darius, to me, I thought he was really funny. Yeah, he was over the top sometimes, but I thought it needed it in the movie. Sometimes it would get a little stale, and his little humor was was something that kind of kept you engaged. I thought Alex did a really good job of just how he was able to you saw him at the beginning of the movie being scared of everything and not being able to make friends, and basically was a person in his room, and he had something dramatic happen to him. Actually, it shows at the end of the movie. I like how that whole storyline just completes itself in the movie, so you really start to feel and understand why he was like he was. I know one instance, like when they are first get to the camp and everybody's really feeling each other out, and he's supposed to be on the jump off of the I guess one of the little swing things at the camp to help them get over their fears. And my wife's already putting all kinds of crazy mess in this. But anyways, so kind of he gets scared and they start calling him names and stuff like that, and he's like gonna be the punk of the camp and everything. And then you kind of just see the four kids kind of basically go off on this one part of the camp because somebody took a crap or something in a canoe, and that's how they all meet up in the forest because you know the one's going up there to kind of bully the other one, and the other one's going up there to kind of see where this person's going, and you know everything starts to happen. And I guess the biggest thing that I really enjoyed was that they let some bad things happen to people and put those kids in really bad situations. And the kids acted like kids. I enjoy how they act like kids. Like they talk how 11 to 13-year-olds talk when there's no adults around. You know, they talk about sex. They talk about private parts, and they cuss and they act the fool. If you don't think your kids do that, I don't think you remember your own self as a kid. Yes, when they get on the bus and they go to school and they get around their friends, they start acting like a little grown up, saying whatever they feel like saying. So seeing that, I was like, what you say?
I said that's fine. Now, as long as your kids are not secretly manifesting superpowers, then that's when you have a problem.
Yeah. That's a whole different ball game. If they start breaking people's wrists off and stuff.
If your kids go to school and break somebody's wrist, don't defend them. Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't defend them. No, you need to handle that. But yeah, that was last movie. Let's stay on this one. But
sorry.
Seeing the aliens, like, you know, really kind of, it was like this one alien that just would not die. He was like the invincible alien throughout the whole movie, and he was just killing the people left and right. And they thought they killed him about 4 or 5 different times. It's kind of funny. But all in all, I say check it out. The acting, I thought the kids did really well together. It really takes a little time to kind of get going, but once it does, each kid has an arc, and you kind of see them grow and change. Like even I think the kid that's a foster kid, or the kid that's in the juvie, he can't read or see numbers, and when he gets really aggravated, you see how he kind of overcomes that and has his friend, how they become friends and help each other. The black kid is all about himself at the beginning and being flashy, and then you see how he's sacrificing himself for his friends. And you know, and the girl, she's always, you know, looked upon as a weakling, and she becomes, you know, the bravest of them all, and you know, does the most. And then, you know, Alex, you know, really finishes off and conquers his fears, and we see what traumatic thing happened with his dad, and him being scared caused his dad to die. You know, just trying to save him was like, wow, that's pretty hard. I see why it was tough for him to, you know, get over that. But yeah, I thought all in all it was pretty good. You know, fun movie to watch, and I think most people would enjoy it.
Okay, most people, not Rashad.
I don't know how Rashad. Well, how'd you watch this movie? Rashad? You just chilling in the house, or were you doing something?
No, I don't. I pay attention to movies. I don't be looking at my phone while I watch movies like somebody I know.
That's only they're boring.
Let's see here. I liked a couple things about this movie. Again, for those who are just coming in, we're talking about the movie Brightburn. Yes, that's a great movie.
No, we're not talking about Brightburn.
We're talking about Pacific Rim.
It's Rim of the World. Netflix.
Rim of the World from Netflix. I really like Alex's character. I really did. That's the main character. I like the trip that we went on with him, you know, seeing him kind of be that weakling, and gradually over time grow into the main guy. I know other people say, why you always got to bring race into everything, because it's everywhere. Of course, we're kind of tired of seeing, okay, we get all the races. That's great. You know, we got the Hispanic kid, we got the Asian girl, we got the black kid, but of course the story's going to be about the white kid. We know that's how it's going to go. We're changing that. It'd be nice to have other people be main characters sometimes as well. We really appreciate having the representation. But overall, I really liked his character. It was just interesting to see his development. And again, like you said at the end, where you got this chance to see how he how he dealt with his father dying, and then when he jumped through the fire, that fire, I'm like, I don't know if there's anything for you to land on right there, bro.
Yeah,
you just look like you jumped into your death.
He's like, you should have been dead again. Like, you waited too long. It's over. Nope.
Yeah.
Jump into more
I can
fire.
do it. Ah! I like Gabriel's character. Gabriel was the tallest one and the oldest one. I like that he was strong enough to stand up to Darius, and he was smart enough to trick the monster into the pool. You know, normally he would be like the one that's like the main character because he's the loner a little bit, and he's the strongest and the toughest. You know, so it was interesting to see that Alex was the main character and not him. But other than that, I didn't like this movie at all. I felt like the entire handling of Jinzin's character was a mistake. The fact that she wouldn't talk at the beginning, and then the first thing that she says when she starts talking is she quote. Well, first of all, she slaps all three of the boys.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious to me. I love that part. She was like, slaps. I was like, oh shoot! She just like everybody.
That was stupid to me. Is this the Three Stooges? Like, is this slapstick? Like, if she had slapped one of them, like she had slapped Darius or slapped Gabriel or one, but you say, how you slapping all three of them? That's just stuff. I mean, if it's that type of movie, if it's a comedy of that type of level, like if it's like Rush Hour 3, yeah, slap everybody. But this wasn't that type of movie, you know. And then the first thing she does is quote Gladiator, and then she walks off. Like, what? That's just weird. That's just weird to me. And then it's like, I felt like I get the point that they were trying to make her the strong character, you know, after people thought she was weak. I kind of feel like they overdid it though. Like when Gabriel and Darius were fighting each other, they're on the ground and she pulls them apart. Okay, I could see if like they were like standing up and she stands between them and pushes them apart, you know, but she pulls them. Both of these boys are like almost literally twice her size. Like Darius is a big fat boy and Gabriel's is pretty tall dude. How is this little girl just grabbing people and just pulling them? Come on, man. It's ridiculous to me. I didn't like how they handled her character. Darius said the supreme slap. Darius, he kind of annoyed me. He was all right, but he annoyed me more so than anything else. But everything about him getting slashed was dumb. Like everything. Like him standing in front of the monster, they're yelling at him.
Was dumb.
Right.
That was dumb.
He's like, right. What? I'm like,
run!
There's a monster behind you. You know there's a monster behind you. You know what they're yelling about.
Yeah, and you know he can heal and regenerate. So I thought that was pretty dumb. Like that was horrible. Right? I'm like, that's stupid. That was dumb. So I get that.
His injury kept going back and forth between life-threatening and mildly okay. Like he slashed him good. He should have bled to death in the time it took him to get there. But during the final scene, okay, he passes out, right? Then he comes back in order to write the number down.
Write the number.
And then he passes out again. And then he's got enough energy to run away from the alien.
That's why when he busted out laughing at that. I was like, yeah, I see Darius woke up after the alien walked up in there too.
Yeah.
He heard him and got up. Oh shit. Out. So
the last thing, like the emotional impact, I really just felt like I've seen so many movies like this. You know what I mean? So it's not like I just dislike the premise. There's so many movies, again, like Stranger Things, or going back, you know, my generation, Goonies. You know, you have pre-adolescents that are, that's a great movie. You know, that they are trying to work together and they are thrust in a certain situation. But again, I felt like they were forcing me to care about these characters instead of it kind of naturally happening over time. Like when Jin took the picture and then she showed it to Alex and was like, this is why I fight.
Like, y'all don't really. Yeah, I can see it like that. I don't really see that many moments where y'all became. It kind of felt like to me the Game of Thrones, how they just like rushed like relationships on the last seasons. Like, how did they become so involved? Like, I don't see this on screen. So, off screen, there must have been some more dialogue. I guess all those miles that they walked in about 2 minutes. That's when they had all those conversations and really became friends. You know, like 80 miles in an hour.
It was more like acquaintances. Like I felt like Like they didn't become friends. Like after it's all over, like, all right, man, well, that was fun. That was cool. Okay, man, I'll catch up with you. Like it didn't. It wasn't like Lord of the Rings. Like after it's over, they just look at each other for like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The resolution, like, okay, first of all, how did the aliens die? Like, okay, so they blew up the ship, right? Did all of the other aliens that were on there, did they just blow up straight like Chitauri tops? It's a hard word. Chitauri style from Avengers. Like, did they all just like how did that happen? That needs to be the name of this movie, Chitauri style. Name of this. And then
they didn't have no more money in the budget, so they were going to end the movie. Like, all right, I'm about to end the movie now. Basically.
And the resolution. Okay, why is it that Alex is the only one that gets a happy ending? Like we spent time with 4 different people, but Alex, oh, that's my mom. Like you see that. Like okay, but what about Derek's dad? Like is he in jail? Like do we? Doesn't matter.
You bring up a good point. I'm starting to like the movie less and less. How they treated all the other minorities.
Yeah, exactly. All the minorities. It didn't really matter.
Y'all are alive. That's all that matters.
Basically, like what about Gabriel's mom? You know, like maybe she proud of him. What about Jinjin's dad? You know, like he wanted to have a boy, but now she saved everybody on the planet. Like, nope. They did show them doing all those parades and being honored by everybody. So I'm sure that made their parents proud. I guess that's what they were saying. Like everybody's honored. You know, what's up to getting knighted, and they were at the Chinese something big thing, accepting some medals and stuff. So I guess that was the happy ending for everybody. D says, "Why was it only chasing them?" That's because it killed the dog. They killed the dog.
They killed the dog like John Wick. Oh, I like how they did the John Wick thing though. He's like, "You ever seen John Wick?" He said, "We killed the dog. That's why he wants it."
That was funny because they mentioned that. It's like, it's probably because they killed the dog. I think Darius said that, and he was joking. But it's like, no, that's really the reason. That's actually the reason. He's actually after you killed the dog, so now he's about to kill you. I liked how they jumped to the bathroom. That was in the toilet. That was hilarious. Oh, and then when the other dude came in, when they thought, that was the funny part. When they thought the creature was coming into the bathroom, and then the guy came into the bathroom, and then the creature killed him.
That was hilarious. That creature destroyed him. He was like, oh! He's like ripping him up. I'm like, oh gosh. It's horrible.
Okay. Well, that's been our review. Anything else to say about this movie, sir?
No, I thought we said it all. Definitely go check it out. If you haven't, sorry we spoiled it for you, but hopefully check it out. It's a pretty good watch to me. Rashad doesn't like it.
All right. Well, if you like what we did, then make sure you give us a like. Make sure you don't watch this show, or do watch it, according to Chuck and D'Angela. Thank you for our guest, who is going through the video screen here, typing up stuff. You won't be able to see it on YouTube, but you can see it on Facebook. So thank you to D'Angela Taylor of Cave H Party EZ, where they do parties of all kinds. Of course, as usual, you have to subscribe. This is Color Commentary, where I didn't like this movie, so I'm going to let Chuck come up with something.
We give you views from Adidas side. Adidas.
One Saturday morning.